when you have an iPhone, you feel like you're part of something special. When you have an Android phone, you feel like you have infinite power, infinite possibilities. And when you have a Windows phone, you feel different. It's a lot like having an adopted kid. You know it's not like everything else, so you will love it more. And you try to love it more. Because you know it's got this legacy, but then it really hasn't made a cut in the full smartphone area. But you still believe in them because they've been with you for a long time. So this is a real Windows phone from an Apple fanboy. So what are the first thing that you and I notice when you pick up a smartphone? It's the UI. And Microsoft just don't things right. Microsoft just done things different. As much as we hated the Metro UI on the Windows side, it works beautifully on the Windows phone. It makes things easier, it's a bold design, and I completely respect Microsoft here for doing something different. I believe it takes a lot of innovation to stack a couple of rectangles, and make them do things, that work. And things work great here. You can resize them, make them show important information, they're quick, they're easy to find, they're simple, and they're customizable. Which is a little more freedom than you usually get. Because from where I'm at, either you like it or you get used to it. Yeah. Now, putting the smart aside for a minute and judging this from a phone perspective, yes, you can make phone calls with this and it works pretty good. Plus, it comes preloaded with a pretty good feature set of apps. I mean, you have your calendar, you have your email, and all that is integrated really good on the phone and it works really good. And you have a file manager, which is really convenient and a bit of a novelty these days. Plus, you can text with this, and you can always ask somebody to Netflix and chill with you because that always works. Yes, and you have your maps. You can find it with the Pokemon Center, hear your Pokemon, and the cameras. They do a pretty decent job. Let's just skip this part. Yeah, right. Yeah. So when you put the word smart in the smartphone, it means that it's supposed to make you more capable. It means that it's supposed to make you do more things. It's kind of ironic because that is the whole motto of Microsoft. They tell you that we let you do more things. And coming from a company like that, the Windows Phone App Store, the Windows Phone Store, is pretty dwarfed when you look at it compared to the App Store or the Google Play Store. And you can't really blame them, it's because there's a lot less Windows phones, so developers don't really want to spend time in it because, well, less demand. So you're highly unlikely to find apps like Snapchat, and you're most likely to be stuck with rip-off of many mainstream games. If you want a device that works, if you want a device that works and works really good at what it does, if you just want to make phone calls, just want to text, if you just want to sext, or you just want to browse the internet, watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and go around, use maps, and order pizza and do stuff like that, and if that covers your set of needs, then Windows Phone definitely gets the job done. I mean, as a matter of fact, it does get the job done really good. Well, if you want to play a lot of games, do more powerful stuff, you want a lot of apps, Windows Phone does not make a cut right now at it at least, but I think things are going to get better, maybe with future updates, especially because Windows 10 has been making a lot of positive impressions with people, so that's definitely a heads up. So maybe this is a lot of nostalgia talking, but my adventures with Windows began when I was a little kid staring at a CRT monitor in a computer that rocked about 64 megabytes of RAM. Yes, 64 megabytes of RAM. And we had a 56 KB internet dial-up connection. And I still remember the modem fancy weird sirens that used to dial up and get us online, and playing Road Rash seemed more exhilarating than owning a PS4. Good times indeed. So from a company like that, growing and expanding and trying new things is something a nerd in me can never fail to appreciate. And so I would wrap this review saying the Windows Phone, for whatever it isn't, it is what it is, and it gets the job done.